William Farmer. It's that time again. Business, the art of winning. I'm so appreciative of my audience. And so thank you for your feedback. And today's subject, and it's episode 25. I can't believe it. 25 episodes is Unstoppable Leaders, the mindset of a leader. And actually it's sponsored by our famous workshop now. And that is Unstoppable Leaders Mastermind class, the pathway to success. It's our last one for the year here in sunny Brisbane on the 7th of December. Get along to it. It's going to be fantastic. Great way to just rejuvenate, recharge, get yourself ready for those holidays. So today's subject, Unstoppable Leaders Mindset. And the reason why I decided on this topic, I just completed our Unleash Your Leadership Potential program last week. There's a few things around that subject matter that was just so interesting to our class members. I'm going to start you with a story, and all my Dale Carnegieites who are listening in as well, you know the story because you probably quote it all the time before setting out on the leadership journey. There was a guy called Sven. Sven was a big burly guy. This is in the 18th century before chainsaws. Anyway, Sven wanted a job, so he went to a logging place to chop down trees because he was really good at it. And he went to the manager and he said, "Hey, I'm Sven, I can cut down trees." And he said, "Sure, I'll give you a go." And Sven broke the record for the amount of trees that he cut down in a day. The record was 7. He cut down 10. Could you imagine the find? If you're a manager or a leader, you'd be thinking, I've got a golden nugget here. And that's exactly what his manager thought as well. And so Sven, the next day, got there early, and he only cut down 7. He dropped his performance by 30%, but it was still, a record in regards to the best so far for a new start. The following day, he only cut down 4. Now, if you were his leader, you would have coached Sven. You would have said, "Hey, what's the story? You started at 10, then you went to 7, and now you're slacking. You're only at 4." And so as a good leader, this manager decided to do that, break down the performance. And he said, "Sven, let's just break down your performance. Maybe you're starting too late." And he said, No. Soon it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm out with my axe. I'm chopping down those trees. So maybe you're taking too long for your breaks. "I don't have time for breaks," said Sven. "I keep cutting all day." He says, "Oh, okay. Maybe you take too long for lunch." He said, "No, I eat my sandwich and I cut at the same time." "That can't be it." And he said, "When do you have time to sharpen your axe?" And he goes, "I can't sharpen my axe. I'm too busy cutting down trees." And that's the first leadership mindset, is get out of the doing, okay, and start leading. And you can't do that if you're always doing. And poor old Sven, very, very enthusiastic, but he didn't sharpen his axe, didn't sharpen his tools. My observation of good leadership is they take the time out to sharpen their axe, their tools, to become sharper in the art of leading people. So that's the first part of the mindset of a leader is, are you taking time out to become better at your craft? And by the way, leaders lead people and managers manage process. And so when we talk about the unstoppable leader mindset, we've got to know what business we're in, and that is to inspire people to action. I mean, do we go into work and go, "Okay, process, I want you to dig deep and work really hard"? No, you don't do that. You go, "Hey, Charlie, let's work really hard today. Let's hit our goals. Let's both achieve them, and we can have some rewards as we go along on this journey that we call life, but also because you're trading your time with me in our business, our trade of time." So that's probably what we do, right? We motivate or inspire people to act, think, innovate, create in a better way that it keeps them engaged, but also helps our organizations to go forward. So what is the team member mindset? I remember when I just started out with, my first job. And actually my first job was I was working for a company that provided equipment to the military. And because I was only 17 and I just finished school, I was doing some extramural studies and things like that. They would they'd get me to stack wood and I would do real practical things. I loved it because I loved working outdoors. It was fantastic. And my mindset of a team player was, hey, what are the rules? What do I need to do every day to be successful? Because I was new to working in a corporate environment, for a big organizations. I didn't know what the hierarchy process was. Who's in charge? And so that was one of the things that helped me to be more secure. And and the other thing is predictability. You know, when do we get paid? We get paid on Tuesdays. What time do I finish? Finish at 4 o'clock, start at 7:30 in the morning. Okay, what about time and a half for the weekends? All those things. So a team member mindset is around, hey, what are the rules? What are we trying to achieve? What are my tasks? They want certainty. They want predictability so they can really be in the best comfort zone so that they can perform at a high level without anxiety. Now, obviously, if we want to be able to lead people, we want them just on the edge of their comfort zone so that they're growing and flourishing. That takes leadership skills. So a leader is someone who can lead by example. That's one form of leadership. But the problem with leading by example is you stay in the mode of doing and not leading others or coaching others. And so that model, it works great, and you need to do it from time to time. But if that's the only trick in your book or, arrow in your quiver, you're going to run into problems. The leader's mindset should be, how do I get this job done more effectively, quicker, within budget, and a greater quality to my clients and my internal customers, which is my people. So, cash flow is king or queen, how you look at it, and a lack of cash flow can slow the business from growing. So we have to have the best product, best processes to be able to streamline whatever our service is, whether it is a physical product or service, so that we can all win. So leader's mindset is all about, how do I get the best results from the people that are part of my resource team? How do I get the best results out of my time and my traded time? So leadership's all about inspiring, coaching, facilitating, collaborating, also innovating, getting the most out of the people. Look, there's been a lot of different revolutions. The first revolution was the cognitive revolution. That was the revolution of actually thinking and collaborating. The next revolution, obviously, was the Industrial Revolution. That didn't happen that long ago, 200 years ago. Things started to just really rocket. And then when I started work in 1983, I've just given away my youngness, it became the Knowledge Revolution, collaboration of knowledge. I used to quote in my early years at Dale Carnegie that every 15 years, the world's knowledge is doubling. Well, and I know that's probably every 18 months now. It's moving that fast. And so what was right today, you may do a 4-year degree halfway through. The information that you learned in the beginning is now becoming obsolete. So things are moving incredibly quick. So a leader's mindset is about being nimble, agile, and helping their team navigate some of the variables that happen in business. Obviously, the smartest businesses that I've observed, and remember, I've interviewed over 100,000 leaders in different companies over a 30-year period. Some of the best businesses to ever own are boring, really boring. I mean, painfully boring, because those processes hold it together. The people know exactly what they're doing. There's tons of predictability. Even when there's a market shift, they're in that zone. That is probably one of the best, brilliant businesses, is one that generates cash flow quite naturally. Obviously, though, we have to be current. We have to be nimble. We have to be agile, because market conditions can change. Technology can throw or spin your business out of control if you're not awake. So what's the manager's mindset? Well, managers manage process. And as when I was a team player, I talked about certainty. Managers are awesome about that. What time you start, what time you finish. Here's your performance standards. This is a win, this is a loss. Here are the systems and procedures that you need to follow. Here are the HR systems and processes that you need to follow. Here are the I's that you need to dot and the D's you need to cross. So managers manage process, and they're flipping good at it. What's the business reality today? More, better, faster, with less. Are you asked to do more each day? Faster than you did last year? Okay, sometimes with less people or resource and even less money sometimes, because you have to get a higher return out of the resources that you've got. So look, it's not the reality I choose to live in. I'd like to get paid more for doing less, for a greater quality of living. So I guess all of us. But guess what? You can't do that without a team, because at the end of the day, the team is better than the individual. You might be a Maradona if you're a soccer player. You may be one of the great Ricky McCall from New Zealand, the All Black captain. You may be the best of the best, and one of the other best ones in the All Blacks team was Sonny Bill Williams. Fantastic at what he does. Or maybe you're, Wally Lewis if you're a rugby league follower. Now, the point is this: you can be a fantastic individual player, but without your team, you're lost. So you have to have that team mindset. What's my team want? You have to have that manager mindset, because process holds that together and brings that predictability. And then you have to have that leader mindset, which brings in collaboration, but also you have to help people be on the edge of their comfort zone. Why on the edge of their comfort zone? Because that's where we're nimble. That's where we're flexible. That's where the creative stuff happens. That's where we collaborate more effectively. So the leadership mindset is all about leading others. Now, who's the first person you have to lead? You've heard me use this several podcasts, but hey, repetition is married to habit and behavior. The first person that we have to learn to lead in our life is ourselves. And understanding your competencies, understanding what you're good at, what your natural tendency is part of that observation. And then also being really honest of your areas for improvement. I'll give you a quick idea. My DISC analysis is I'm a strong influencer, which is I. Obviously, because I'm a show-off. There I am standing in front of lots of groups. I'm doing this podcast. I've got it on video. They're special like me. Obviously, I'm an influencer. My second one was dominance. So that's getting things done. I'm a leader, one of those leaders that's my way or the highway a lot of the time. It's a great idea as long as you agree with Will. So I've got a strong dominance as well. My next one is steadiness and creating steadiness. And one of the areas that I'm probably not as strong at is compliance. When it comes to anything to do with delivery or helping my trainers become exceptional, I'm incredibly good on compliance. It's because I'm passionate about it and I see the point of it. So, people don't really like processes that they don't understand. And so you need to be able to get them to buy into those processes so they work effectively. Now, my adaptive style, in other words, that's my style that's natural to me, is different. I'm a high influencer. I've actually put my dominance down and I've actually superseded it with my steadiness. So S stands for steadiness. And my compliance is higher. And the reason why that is because in our business, where I'm adapting my style to suit the business, it's important that my people make decisions. So they're very self-directed. They may be traveling somewhere in the country and delivering on a project. I don't need people who need complete compliance. In fact, if that were the case, we couldn't run our business because it's not that type of business. But some other businesses, you need real compliance, high compliance. And you don't need all that influence stuff, because the reality is that it's all processed and maybe sent through. Obviously, you want some influence, but maybe a lot of your people are around that, compliance and also steadiness, because that's the type of business you are. So here's the point: know your business. Okay, know what type of people you're attracting to your business. Remember, we do have to influence and lead the people to buy and embrace change. And also we learn how to help others embrace changing by being the change that you want others to be. So here are the three areas: the team mindset, steadiness, reliability. The manager's mindset is around process, predictability, and helping the team mindset to feel safe and secure. The leader has all those elements, but then knows when to coach. Hey, we can do better. Here's the new standard. Tell me what you think. Let's see if we can do this as a team. So to quote an old saying of the definition of leadership, which I like, and it goes like this: leadership is enlisting the willing cooperation of others to achieve desired results. Hey, it's been awesome talking to you today. If you've been listening to me in the car, appreciate it. Please give us feedback on what you like, or even what you don't like, or what you might want to hear on this podcast to help you be the art of winning expert. So this has been sponsored from our workshop, which will be on the 7th of December here in sunny Brisbane, which is the Leaders Masterclass, Pathway to Success, Become an Unstoppable Leader. And thank you for joining us today. Remember, today is the best day in the world. Why? Because you're above the ground and not under it. And remember, share your gift, give it away, help others to share theirs too. I'm William Farmer, Managing Director for Dale Carnegie Australia. Take care.